Why is the Y token on the Binance Smart Chain going up? Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics. Let's see who's buying and who's selling here, because the answer actually isn't that obvious. I believe this rally can last for quite a bit. The price is currently at 6024. We are up 18% today, 35% this week, and we more than doubled this month. A quite nice constant increase, more than a 15x in the last 3 months. Now, on-chain, the metrics look quite enticing. Y is the third largest of the trending tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. It's got 16 million of liquidity already. And you can already tell from the beginning of this video that I'm not going to walk you through the website because we can't get a market edge this way, right? We want to get the information most people do not have. The most important thing with tokens like this is whether or not we've got manipulation at our hands. Are the numbers matching? For example, is the number of wallets matching with the social engagement? Let's have a look. So on-chain, we've got 15,000 holders roughly. The Telegram account has 3,000 subscribers. The Twitter account has 24,000 subscribers. Now, this doesn't make too much sense. We rarely see more Twitter followers than holders on-chain. So yes, the Twitter account might be inflated. This might not be all natural. And we can also see this in the engagement metrics. Just have a look at the views. It's 13,000 over here. It's 18,000 over here. It's unlikely that every single owner of the token is looking at every Twitter post. Now, I always like to look at the number of retail investors versus whale investors, because then we can potentially find out where the buying pressure is coming from. Is this the smart money that's buying, or is this a large wave of retail investors that continue to accumulate and that continues to grow? On the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 4 trillion tokens. At the current price, that's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. We see that over time, this is expanding, and we've seen an initial rush and then a secondary massive rally in June of this year. In the middle, we go a 10x from that. So that's a minimum holding of $10,000. Very similar pattern. It also continues to grow even beyond this rush. And on the right side, we've got the whales. That's now a minimum holding of $100,000 worth of the token. That did actually not grow after the initial accumulation upon launch. So it doesn't appear to be a lot of whale investors that are buying in. Now, is the purchasing pressure of retail enough to justify the current price appreciation? To answer that, let's have a look at just the last month. So in the last month, the Y token went up by 155%. And here are the same kind of charts, but zoomed in only for the last month. So it's the same kinds of thresholds. Again, the whales didn't really grow in numbers. The number of medium-sized retail investors grew by less than 10%. The number of retail investors, so the wallets that have at least $1,000 worth of the token, that grew by roughly 10 to 15%. So the strongest growth is by retail. That's 10 to 15% in the number of holders. Does that justify a 155% rally? I'm not so sure. And so my impression is that there's probably some purchases happening behind the scenes. Some very, very large whales that don't increase the number of whales, but where the balance of those whale wallets is increasing over time. Because the Y token does not yet have any levered products, any perpetual futures trading. But there is a little bit of involvement by xt.com, which is affiliated with Binance. The majority of trading still happens on chain on PancakeSwap, but Binance is already starting. And so this is what I believe it's going on. It's potentially accumulation for market making by the centralized exchanges like Binance, which then in turn would mean that once the listing gets announced on Binance, that then we see a secondary rally yet one more time. So there's probably more price volatility coming up until we see that listing, because again, we shot up way more than the number of investors were growing. But in the medium term, we might see another rally once we see the listing announced on various centralized exchanges. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly on various meme coins. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to also give this a like. It helps the channel grow. If you've got Telegram, then be more than welcome to join us as well. The link is down below. It's 100% free. Looking very much forward to chatting with you over there as well. Cheers.